Every wide receiver in the NFL wants to be a top target, and two players will be trying to be that today. It's the Chargers going up against the Colts. So with that, we'll send you up to the Hoosier State and Lucas Oil Stadium in Indianapolis as we say hello to our broadcast team, Brandon Godin and Charles Davis.
Thank you very much, Larry. EA Sports coverage of the NFL. The National Football League is here and on the air. Today we've got a good AFC matchup on tap between the San Diego Chargers and the Indianapolis Colts. Hello, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. As we get set here, Charles, we talk about wide receivers. You know, Larry mentioned it in the open, but that's a big spot to look at here in this one.
I think he identified it perfectly because these guys have such an impact on the game nowadays because they throw the ball more than ever. And whether they're throwing it short, medium, or long, can they snatch it out of the air and create even extra yardage with run after catch?
It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Indianapolis Colts offense, they're coming out, and they're led by Andrew Luck, who was just 21 of 40, 197 yards in their loss to the Broncos. And now the Colts are 0-2 for the third consecutive year to start the season.
And within all of that, sacked 5 times in the game against Denver. Now, that's not a major shock because of Denver's pass rush. But remember what Indianapolis did in the offseason and in the draft. Worked hard to keep Andrew Luck upright and not hit as much. They've got to get working on that again.
Gore back there is the lone setback. And he'll get it up the middle. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up second.
One thing that really impressed me about Joey Bosa is that he doesn't sacrifice the run game trying to get sacks. This guy really knows how to hold the point of attack, great leverage, and then goes and sheds people and makes plays.
And at 6'5", 270, just a monster.
Absolute monster with a really high motor.
So the defense has put them in a tough spot. It's second and long. Another carry now for Gore. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. So he loses 3 yards there. Now third down.
Brandon, there's no doubt the defense has to be excited after stacking up back-to-back running plays. But I still remember my old coaches saying, after you've had some success, you better be careful. They might have an answer for you. So make sure you watch your keys, play your techniques, and don't get overconfident.
I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is third and long.
I see an extra DB on the field now for San Diego.
Yeah, indeed. Third and long. It's Luck. He's got time in the pocket. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. It'll be a gain of 4. And it'll be fourth down.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch. Especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and of course, foot dragging.
Little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
On fourth down, here's Pat McAfee to kick it away. Back deep, Travis Benjamin. Now Benjamin. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The San Diego Chargers led out by their quarterback, Phillip Rivers. They got the win against the Jags, and Rivers has liked to play the Jags. Numbers all time against them, 5-1, 72% of his passes completed, thrown for 15 touchdown passes against them.
And they lost opening weekend, did San Diego. So this was a big game for them because this was their home opener when Jacksonville came to town. And Phillip Rivers, obviously, as you just said, likes to see the Jaguars, and he put on a show in a get-right game for the Chargers.
They'll run to the second-year man. It's Melvin Gordon. And he had a quick little spin move, but the door shut fast as he's dropped. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. This offensive unit, often they rely on the sure-handed Antonio Gates.
We know all about his basketball background, but his football acumen, one of the best tight ends in the league.
Let's see what the offense comes with here. 2nd and 8. They keep it on the ground. Again, Gordon. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll be a loss of a yard, and they're going to face a 3rd down.
Well, the person carrying the ball is always the easy target when things aren't going so well. But I think it's a combination with the Chargers. They've got to get the offensive line going in order to improve those numbers from last year. They weren't very good running it, partner.
No, they were bottom of the AFC, 2nd to last in the entire NFL. And on 3rd down, the Colts have added an extra defensive back.
Flooding the passing lanes.
Rivers. Right side catch. This is Gates. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check-down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big frame and hope he could scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. Now the Chargers, their defense heading back out there. Their stay on the field last time was short-lived with a 3-and-out. See if they can get some more of that.
And ordinarily, you want to be on the field playing, right? But 3-and-outs, that's almost gold to a defense. Get to the bench, get some rest, turn the ball over to your offense.
We'll see what they can do here, see if they can force another 3-and-out. They'll start on the ground with Gore. And there's a flag on the field.
Holding offense. Still 1st down.
From the gun, here's Luck. Philip Dorsett hauls it in. And he's brought down after a good game. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision. And receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
Gore back there is the lone setback. And they'll give it to him here. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
I think Frank Gore runs on doubt. And what I mean is he's 33, and everyone keeps thinking this is the end, yet he keeps going.
I think something that gets overlooked, though, to your point, most rushing yards of anybody currently in the NFL.
Amazing. Big-time career.
Now on 2nd down, this is Gore. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
And the offense lining up 1st and 10. Luck gives to his running back, Gore. And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
It's been a struggle this entire game trying to move the ball on the ground. But every now and then you find a little chink in the armor, and that type of run right there lets them know that they can't stop every single run for almost no gain.
They'll try the air now with Locke. Caught left side by Hilton. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
This offense is in rhythm now, just accumulating first downs and moving the ball downfield.
Now it's the 5th-year man, Robert Turbin. And his first carry, he loses the football. But I believe the Colts were able to fall on this when they were, and so possession will remain with Indy.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home, the next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. A near turnover, but the offense recovers it. Now they'll try to regroup on 2nd. On the run, it's Robert Turbin. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Give him 8 yards there. Still a few inches to go, though, as it'll be 3rd down and about the length of the football.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Play number 7 coming on this drive. It's 3rd and inches. Oh, it's a nickel set here defensively on 3rd and inches.
Still want to be prepared for a pass.
They'll try and pick up the first with Gore. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
I always appreciate runners who understand situations. That was just 3rd and inches. No reason to dance around in the backfield and try and break off a bigger play. Just go pick up the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
And the 8th play on this drive coming up. They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. Luck on first down. Finding time. His throw incomplete. He was looking for Jack Doyle that time. And that'll make it 2nd and 10. There's some flash on this offense, and certainly some flash with Dorsett.
A flyer out of the University of Miami. Speed is his game, but he's added excellent moves and good hands.
So 2nd and 10 here. Back to the air. Locke on 2nd down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. T.Y. Hilton, the intended receiver. And it'll be 3rd and 10. Time quickly to look at the Chargers defense.
Denzel Perryman, a linebacker out of the University of Miami, knows how to play downhill and arrive with an oomph.
Oh, just play after play after play on this long drive for the offense. Throwing on 3rd down, Luck. He's going to wind up and air it out. And incomplete, almost intercepted. Had a great shot at picking that off in the end zone. And now 4th down.
A missed opportunity for an interception would have killed off a drive. They had a chance there to finish things off. Didn't get it done. I guess that's why a lot of those guys do not play offense.
Vinatieri now on to try the field goal for the Colts. This one from 48 yards away. And this one is right down the middle. And the Colts hit the scoreboard first. It's 3-0. And Charles, they get the field goal. Took him a dozen plays, though.
Work with me on this one. You know what I'm about to say, right? Bend but don't break. That's what came into play here for the defense. 12 plays were run at them. They only gave up 3 points. In a lot of ways, that's a win for the defense.
Here's the punter, McAfee, to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Chargers getting set for their turn again on offense, and a big storyline out of week 2. Poor Danny Woodhead. Had such a great NFL career, but torn ACL, done for the season. Now, what does that do to San Diego offensively?
Boy, it hurts him in a big way because replacing Danny Woodhead is difficult because of everything he brings to the table, especially as a third down back. And remember, they lost Brandon Oliver in preseason with a torn Achilles and Keenan Allen in game 1. So this is really difficult for the Chargers and head coach Mike McCoy. How are they going to fashion that type of offense? Maybe Melvin Gordon becomes more of a 3-down back.
They'll start the drive with a run by Gordon. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. And let's go through the starting defense for Indianapolis.
Robert Mathis was an undersized defensive end who transitioned to outside linebacker. No matter where he plays, he's fast.
Offense still needing 10 yards. 2nd down. Play fake to Gordon. Now Rivers. He's going to float this one deep right side. Penalty marker is down here.
Pass interference. Defense.
So pass interference, partner with all the rule changes. It is hard to be a defender in the pass game.
Brandon, is tough in college. It's a lot harder in the NFL. You can't touch him after 5 yards downfield. You can't touch him while the ball's not in the air. You can't touch him at all until the ball is at the receiver's hands. Very difficult to be a defender in today's NFL.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Surveying the field. All kinds of time. And nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away. But it does get away, and it's 2nd down.
Tremendous coverage there. Just did not catch the football and complete the interception. But what do they say all the time? If he had really good hands, he'd be playing offense.
Ten yards still left on 2nd down. Working out of the gun, Rivers. Right side catch. This is Gates. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. That'll be a pickup of just 2, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Defense is going to every game talking about winning the early downs to make 3rd down a difficult assignment for an offense. On that play, the defense accomplished its goal.
Got to get it to the 21 here on 3rd down. A nickel back added defensively as they look to stop this 3rd and 8. From the shotgun, it's Rivers. He's got time. And underneath here to McCluster. Look at the dance and the juke. A big play that time on the catch and run. And the Chargers are going to get themselves a fresh set of downs here.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
And now a first down following that long gain. They'll try and punch it in. Gordon. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
And frankly, Brandon, we're talking about things I'm not sure we ever thought we'd talk about in the NFL. And a lot of that is the speed at the linebacker position. A lot of these guys in college, they were safeties. They moved them up to outside linebacker to combat the spread offenses, and now we're seeing it in the NFL. Those same guys using their speed to make plays in the backfield, similar to that one.
So they're on the 5-yard line here, second down and goal. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. It's a loss of 2, now third down.
Not only was that a terrific play, but that loss of yardage they created this close to their own goal line, that gives them a little breathing room now as they move them back.
And they're breathing fire a little bit right now, aren't they?
A lot of confidence being shown by them at this point of the game.
So they're back at the 7 now for third and goal. An extra defensive back on the field here for third and goal. He's got time in the pocket. And this is going to be incomplete. Dontrell Inman, the intended target. And that's going to bring up a fourth down.
All defenders get tired of hearing about their lack of hands and why they're playing defense instead of offense. But in this situation, it was the hands that made the play. Batting the ball away on an attempted touchdown pass. Excellent job. Way to knock it down.
So now on fourth down, on comes Josh Lambo and the field goal unit for the Chargers. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And Lambo will put this one through, and that will tie us at 3-3. So the drive takes them inside the 10, but it ends with just 3.
And a nice job defensively to rise up and make sure they didn't get in.
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. Fielded about a yard deep. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. A chance for us to look at this Chargers defense again. And 3 points surrendered on the last drive against them. They bent a little bit, but they didn't break.
I like that, and that's not always wrong. We run into a lot of coordinators that talk about, well, if I give up 3 points, my whole day's ruined. Actually, it's not. Just giving up field goals usually gives your team a chance to win if you're playing good defense.
Yeah, especially in the National Football League. Gore back there is the lone setback. He'll get the football here. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Nine yards still remaining here to pick up the first on second down. They'll stick to the ground game with Gore. And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage.
That play never got off the ground because of the defensive front. They owned the offensive line, which allowed the linebackers to see their openings and run straight to the ball. That's why that play just never had a chance.
Defense has set themselves up nicely. 3rd and 10 now. Play fake to Turbin. Now Luck. Finding time. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Melvin Ingram. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
And a look here at the Colts defense. And they did well down near the goal line last time, forcing him to settle for a short field goal.
And in today's day and age, settling for a field goal of that distance is amazing. You can get 3 points now, where it's going to give you only 1 point for the extra point, which would be a little bit longer. But they have to feel fantastic about only giving up 3 in that situation. It could have been so much worse.
Yeah, could have. Now can they carry that over? Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit. Now Gordon on first down. A little 360. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. That one good for 17 yards, and now they've got it first and goal.
Melvin Gordon's rookie year was a far cry from his last season at Wisconsin, wasn't it?
Boy, it was. Yeah, we got the numbers right here. 3.5 yards per carry, 641 yards, no touchdown.
Well, I think his team is really looking to do things to help him break out and get back to that Wisconsin form in 2016.
So the run moves the chains, and here we go on first down. Again, we'll see the pistol here. First and goal, Melvin Gordon. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Melvin Gordon, a 9-yard touchdown run. And the Chargers are able to strike for 6. And there, the counter play proves successful for the touchdown. What typically makes a counter play in general successful, Charles?
But what you're trying to do, Brandon, is to get the team moving in one direction, meaning the defense. Get them going in one direction and then wall them off with your blocking and bring it back in the other direction. That way, you don't actually have to punish them with your blocking. You just position them. And if you have any kind of a good back, he'll take full advantage of it and gain good yardage.
And it is up. And it's good. That'll make our score 10-3 now. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Gore back there is the lone setback. Now they'll run it on the toss. And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
One of the toughest things for an offensive lineman to learn is the ability to get in space and hit people who are moving targets. And linebackers are not easy ones to hit because they know how to move, juke, and make you miss. And that's exactly what he did on that play. A nice play for the defense.
Again they run. Again it's Gore. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to third down. And the defense searches for one more stop here after the run on second down. And defensively, it's a nickel formation here on third down and 9. From the gun on third down, Luck. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. That goes for a gain of 31.
So what's the old expression that quarterbacks like to use when they decide to throw the football? I'm looking for either a touchdown or a check down. And he took the check down on that play, and it worked almost to perfection.
First down and 10 now for the offensive group. They come up in an offset eye. On first down, it's Gore. And he's going to take it down to about the 35 here. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2. One quarter in the books. 10-3 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Back with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Colts in possession of the football to begin quarter number 2. They're looking at a second and short yardage to start things out. Gore back there is the lone setback. Now it's Luck surveying the field. And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
Well, that play certainly took a long time, and that's why a lot of coaches in training camp, they use a whistle or a horn at about 3 seconds because they want the ball in the hands of the quarterback. They want the play to develop quickly and get the ball downfield. This one had to go over 5 seconds holding on to the football, and then he ends up getting hit, and they have an incompletion.
On third down, they'll run with Gore. And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26.
I don't know about you, but that almost felt like old-time football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessarily just a running down anymore. A lot of times they want to throw the ball. They went back to the roots and powered forward and got the first down.
Fresh set of downs here. On 1st and 10, Luck. He's got time. Going for it all. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down. And nobody was open downfield there. Looked like a pretty clear throwaway.
Yeah, definitely was that. I'm wondering why there wasn't intentional grounding. I know they're saying there's a receiver there in the area. Those darn quarterbacks, they get away with everything.
Spoken like a true defensive back, Mr. Davis.
Did that come out?
It did.
Okay.
Back to throw. Luck firing quickly here, and that's complete. A gain of 4 on the play, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
Phillip Dorsett, the intended receiver, and that's going to make it 4th down. And for the second time this half, on comes the field goal unit here. He connected on his first. This time it's 39 yards away. And Vinatieri's kick is good. And that'll bring him back within 4. So in the end, they had the ball for 10 plays, but the drive only yields 3 points.
Yeah, they were able to move the football, but the defense stiffened once their backs were to the end zone, and they were able to hold them to just 3.
Here's the punter, McAfee, to kick it away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. And now San Diego getting set to go. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive. They go play action here on first down. He's got time in the pocket. Hits his running back, Melvin Gordon. Look at the spin.
Balance.
And he's brought down. A solid gain of 15 yards, and the sticks move. And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is it not? With his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing it over the middle, he can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways, all right? You don't have to be his height to make a great play, but what he does is he takes away having to make those slide steps in the pocket to find angles to throw the ball through. He just throws right over the top of it because he can see everything, and sometimes that saves time and gets the ball to a receiver quicker.
Rivers on first down. Gates has it over the middle. And he's brought down. Give him 11 on the gain there. And it'll give the Chargers a first down.
Do you get the sense, Brandon, that people are trying to retire Antonio Gates? They keep thinking this is almost the end of the line, and then he keeps making catches like the one we just saw there.
He's the old reliable, you're right, just one of 9 players in the NFL with 100 or more touchdowns. One man in the backfield is Gordon. Now a play fake here on first down. He's going to let this one go deep. And nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it'll wind up just being incomplete.
Not only did they drop what looked like an interception in the end zone, they blew a golden opportunity to shift the momentum.
Offense looking to avoid a 3rd and long. It's 2nd and 10. Rivers going to turn and give this one to his running back, Gordon. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
Off the play fake here, Rivers. This one caught by Griff Whalen. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and it'll be 4th down. And now the passing game here in the second quarter starting to heat up a little bit.
Don't you feel the rhythm starting to happen, right? You see it. Now the confidence is starting to rise. I think now as a play caller, because that has happened, you lean on it a little bit more. You don't go totally away from running the football, but you do say, guess what? We can throw it. We can throw it well with a whole lot of confidence.
And Lambeau will put this one through, and that'll open the lead up to a touchdown now at 13-6. So it's a 7-play drive, but it stalls out in the end.
Let's credit the defensive front seven. They were a little leaky at the start of the drive, but they stiffened toward the end.
Now after the made field goal, back out Lambeau to kick this one off. Quan Bray now to return this football. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Here comes the Charger defense now as they get set back out there. And they've got the lead. Last time they surrendered the field goal. We'll see what they do this go-around.
And giving up 3 is never ideal because any defense wants to pitch a shutout. But that's not a bad thing in most situations. You only give up field goals, your team has a chance to win.
Yeah, and they still, as I said, they've got the lead here. We'll see if they can get a stop and hold them to 0 points this time. They'll try and start the drive here with Gore. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Well, we just saw the recipe for success right there. Big body, strong, agile, playing with great leverage in hands. Not really able to be blocked on that play. Close things down inside.
A little bit of ground to make up for the offense as they face a 2nd and 11. And Luck hands this one off to Gore. And they finally get him, but not before he reaches the 33-yard line. Great run there, but it looked like they were going to have him for the stop. He was able to push through. They didn't wrap up defensively.
No, they didn't. All credit to the runner for making it happen, breaking through some contact and going a long way. But the defensive guys, when they watch this on tape, they're not going to be real happy with themselves. They had a great opportunity that they let slip through their hands.
Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. They run with Turbin. And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. They'll run again here with Turbin. They find some open field here. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Robert Turbin, 30 yards. And the Colts are an extra point away from tying up this football game.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run. And one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
Now Adam Vinatieri for the point after. It's right through, and we are now tied at 13. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. Williams to return. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. And now San Diego getting set to go. And after the field goal last time, let's see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick other than the extra point. That's it.
They'll start on the ground. This is Gordon on first down. Oh, what a move. Shreds the tackle. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. One man in the backfield is Gordon. He's going to get the football. And oh, he sheds a tackle. Now he's got some space. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line.
Partner, I was fortunate enough to see Melvin Gordon throughout his college career. And what I liked the most about him, he always added something to his game. He went from being what I called a gimmick runner, a lot of jet sweeps and things of that nature, to being a full-time 3-down back who can make big plays at any time.
Big plays indeed from Kenosha, Wisconsin. High school teammate of?
Say it.
Trey Waynes.
How about that? Pretty good right there.
Yeah,
now,
good
two
combo.
of those guys end up in the NFL.
They'll run here. This is Dexter McCluster. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
And when the defense wins and gets up no yardage on a running play, that's something they can build on and carry themselves forward throughout the game.
They'll run again with McCluster. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down. And if they want to keep this drive alive, they'll need 8 yards here on 3rd down. From the gun, Rivers. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. Well, they try to swing it on left into the flat. Complete, but really nice open field tackling.
And they played that one like a great boxer. They were on their toes on that one. They weren't back on their heels reacting to the play. No, they saw it, came right for it, and made a nice tackle for lost yardage.
Here's Drew Kaiser now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Colts offense now as they make their way onto the field. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
Gore back there is the lone setback. Play fake to Gore. It's Locke. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. Kyle Emanuel from that outside linebacker spot. He's able to get in there for a loss of 9. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest ones, maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
Now a handoff for Gore. And he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line. They get 2 yards back, but they're going to need a lot more than that here on third down. Play fake to Turbin. Now Luck. Finding time. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that one incomplete. Had some position but couldn't hold on, and it brings up fourth down.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
Here's Pat McAfee now, standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Returning, it's Benjamin. Wow, evasive.
Make a miss.
A great return there of 22 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. And now San Diego getting set to go. And last time out, they had to punt the football away. Anything positive possibly to take from that?
There always is when you're punting the football away. It doesn't sound like it because you're giving it up. But you've avoided a mistake.
At least you didn't turn it over.
You didn't turn it over, right? You're giving your defense a chance because you're punting the ball away, and they're set to go on the field as opposed to sudden change after a turnover. And wow, now we got to go out there and stop people. So, yeah, there's always something positive to be gained from it.
Now Rivers going to give it off to Gordon. And he's brought down after a good gain. A big pickup there on the run. 37 yards.
I love football lingo and the evolution of it all. Nickel defense makes sense, right? Five defensive backs. But then you go to 6. What are you going to call that? And they call it a
double
dime. A dime, which is just very simple for them. The math doesn't add up. But I know one thing. Offenses love to run against dime defenses. Typically, the bigger guys have an advantage against the smaller defensive backs when they're blocking downfield.
Yeah, we saw that advantage right there. So they're operating in the red zone. From the red zone now, Rivers. This will be caught at about the 6. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Their big-bodied receiver from 13 yards out. And the Chargers are going to take the lead. It took them a while to get their speedster involved, but they found him downfield there.
And what we've discovered as we've watched games is the speedster doesn't have to have a lot of catches, doesn't have to have volume in order to have a huge impact on the game. His speed scares the heck out of defenses, and other guys can capitalize, but when you finally hit him and he carries it all the way into the end zone, that's what you're paying him for. That big threat that can make big plays on a limited number of catches.
That's how you step on the stage with your first catch. Take it to the house. Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Now the Colts offense gets ready to head back on the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. On first down, it's Locke. Over the middle, Dorsett. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target, and he's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
10 yards on the pickup there, and it's good enough for an Indianapolis first down.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
So here we go, 1st and 10 now. Back to the workhorse today. It's Gore. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid-type player. Half defensive back that covers passes and half linebacker that makes tackles. We just saw the linebacker make that play.
Back now, as I search for my cue card here, there we go. Coming up at halftime, Larry Ridley will join us from Orlando. He'll have highlights and analysis from our first half of play.
Well read.
Well, thank you. 4 yards remaining now on 2nd down. Here's Luck now on 2nd down. And he's just going to get rid of this thing to no one here. He throws it away, and now it's 3rd. Let's see what the defense dials up here. 3rd and 4. To throw is Luck. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
On first down, Luck. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Luck throwing again. They go with the screen to Gore. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short gain.
Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive. Luck on first down. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
Timing is crucial in any route thrown, but when you throw an out, so many things are going through the mind of the receiver. Catching the ball, timing it up with the quarterback. Are my feet going to get down in bounds? On that play, all those things going through his head might have caused him to drop it.
2nd and 10, Luck again. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. It'll be a gain of 9, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 1. And we're back. The offense had a chance to talk things over. We'll see what they come up with here on this next play. Ninth play coming up here on this drive. This is 3rd and a yard. And I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. Luck looks to throw on 3rd and 1. Open man, it's Allen. And he's able to pick up the first down before he's tackled right at the 10. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. And a really long drive here, and it goes on and on. Now a first down throw. Luck. Oh, he had 6 points in his hands there. Couldn't hang on. 2nd down.
After all the preparation, all the practice, a play like that will absolutely break your heart. They had everything they wanted, just unable to complete it. In the end zone, a big-time drop.
Second down following the incompletion. They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. Back to the air. Luck on 2nd down. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Their dangerous wide receiver. A 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Colts are an extra point away from tying up this football game. And a little time left on the clock, so on the other side, they're thinking, gosh, we'd like to get that lead right back.
Yeah, thanks for pointing that out. Here I am, go ahead and tapping out the first half.
Well,
there's still time. They've got to make a decision about what they want to do on the kickoff, where they want to let their return guy touch it.
Vinatieri now to tack on the PAT. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. And now San Diego getting set to go. And the ball backed way up. So thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
One man in the backfield is Gordon. And he'll get it up the middle. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
To me, that's a superior play by the backer because he was allowed to, I think, run free on it and make that play. His defensive linemen, they covered things down for him because offensive guys, the linemen, what they're trying to do, as you know, is block the guy at the point of attack and then climb to the next level and get the linebacker. When you're not allowed to climb, you got a free hitter, and that's what we saw there, and a really nice play resulted for them.
So thanks to the late touchdown, it's a tie ball game here heading to break. As we'll send you down to Orlando, where Larry Ridley has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Larry?
Thanks, Brandon. I'm Larry Ridley, and welcome to our EA Halftime Report. Right now, we've got a tie game, and that just means exciting football for us in the second half, as we'll have two teams playing 2 quarters to decide a winner. So let's take a look at some of the highlights from the first half. Third down from the 25. The pass ends up being picked off. Ingram's happy to come away with the pick and end the drive. After the pick, offense comes out now. Gordon's got it on the run, and he'll end up sprinting into the end zone. That takes the lead up to 7. Now midway through the second, Gore's got it on the run. He takes off and picks up 42 yards. Continuing on the drive, Turbin's got fantastic blocking up front, and he'll go for a score. Colts tied up at 13. Chargers take over late in the second. Gordon's going to cruise off the right side. He'd make it count, running for 37 yards on this run. Still late stages of the second. Williams is found on the quick pass and ends up working for a touchdown. Chargers up now by 7. Still late in the first half. Here the pass is completed into coverage, and he capped off the long drive with a touchdown. Colts tied up at 20. So that'll do it from here. Let's get back out to Brandon and Charles. They've got the second half from Indy. Brandon.
Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. Fielded about a yard deep. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Out comes the Chargers as they'll go on offense now to start this third quarter. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
One man in the backfield is Gordon. Here's Rivers. Gates has it over the middle. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height. Sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there if he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does for a quarterback who has to slide and find open space to throw.
And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a third down.
There's so many things that go into playing the position of linebacker. Some of them are actually subtle. Doing the drill work that you do all the time in practice and carrying it over to the game. Get rid of blockers and get to the ball carrier and knock him down for a loss.
They'll try and run it. Here's Gordon. And some space here. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. Now Green, well, staying on the ground. Let's hope he's all right. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. So the offense has it 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to bull his way forward to the 48. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
They'll try to throw here. Rivers surveying the field. This is Gordon on the dump off. And he takes this one down all the way near the 30. A good pick up there of 20 yards. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
On offense, the guy that you want to have the best eyes on the field are your quarterbacks, so you can see everything pre-snap, and then, of course, as the play develops. On defense, oftentimes it's the linebacker. And on this play, his eyes took him right to the ball, and he made a nice tackle.
They come up in an offset eye. Rivers now on 2nd down. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. And they brought the pressure there just right up the gut, didn't they?
Yeah, they certainly did. And, you know, when you've got so many different responsibilities as an offensive line, you got to deal with the nose tackle, the 2 defensive tackles or ends, and then sometimes you just can't account for everyone. The linebacker slipped free.
Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Third and long for Rivers. Under pressure, and they got to him again. They get in that time thanks to the safety blitz as he sank for a loss of 4.
Well, certainly some teams are not intimidated by down and distance on defense, are they? Third and very long? Let's go get this guy again. Big-time pressure.
Here's Drew Kaiser now as he's on to punt for San Diego. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. Here's the Colts now as they get ready for their first possession on offense of the second half. Their defense did its job, yielded no points. Now it's the offense's turn.
And how much fun is that when you set things up to start a half and you just tell you guys, hey, if you can shut them down, get it back for our offense, we can roll. And they played out perfectly. Now, can the offense do what they wanted to do at the half, which is find those weaknesses and now attack them and score some points.
And break this tie. They'll come out in the pistol. Luck on first down. Caught left side by Hilton. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down.
They completed the screen on the perimeter, but boy, that was textbook defense. Exactly as you're taught to play against a wide receiver screen, and they snuffed it out for a loss of yardage.
They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. On second down, here's Locke. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. His tight end, Dwayne Allen, the intended receiver. And it's going to be third down and a ways to go here. 3rd and 14. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. And they'll add a DB in the secondary here on 3rd and 14. 3rd and long, it's Locke. He sets to fire deep. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's finally taken down, but not before getting across midfield and across the 45-yard line.
As far as I'm concerned, Andrew Luck can do it all. I mean, he's an underrated runner, toughness in the pocket, strong and stout. But let's face it, the money, that comes from his arm. And
smart, valedictorian of his high school class in Houston. Then he goes to Stanford. He's got it all. So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. Gore back there is the lone setback. And they'll give it to him here. And he's going to be met at about the 43. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. They come up in an offset out. Gore. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now.
But really, that was no surprise there. They've been running it well all game. And I know goals change all the time, but any team will take that type of run each and every time.
They brought in an extra defensive back here, so probably not expecting a run on 3rd and 3.
A good call.
They run. It's Gore. First before he's taken down at the 29. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the first down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. They'll run it now with Turbin. Might have gotten this one down to the 28, and that's all. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here. They'll try the air now with Luck. He's got it to Hilton. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving. From the red zone now, Luck. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and it'll make it second down.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on first down, hitting the tight end there. Now it brings up a second and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. Just 2 yards to go here on second down for the offense. And this carry number 20 for Frank Gore. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 4 yards on the play, and that leads to the first and goal.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
Long drive. The defense just cannot seem to catch a break and get off the field. Another pistol look here. Out of the gun. Luck. He's got time. And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. And the sack leads to roughly a loss of 6, and it brings up second and goal.
Well, that was point counterpoint, wasn't it? They decided to throw for it on first and goal. Instead, the defense counters with pressure, and the defense wins, getting a big sack.
Defense in a good spot. Let's see how the offense responds with a 2nd and 13 now. They'll run here with Turbin. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Only a couple yards there, and that's going to set up a long 3rd and goal.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
Defense looking to make the stop here on 3rd down and goal from the 10. Call it no gain on the play, so no help there. And now 4th and goal.
That was a statement stop right there. Now it forces the opposing head coach to answer this question. What do you do on 4th down?
So now here comes the field goal team for the 3rd time today. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. It's picked. Look at this. Middle of the field. A breakaway. He's at the 50. The 30. The 20. 10.
I think that was great effort and great execution all the way around. They blocked the kick, and then they formed the line to make sure they can return it and no penalties. What a great job.
Yeah, almost took it in for 6, and now they're in excellent position, 1st and goal. And now San Diego getting set to go. To throw, Rivers. Floating one, incomplete.
How many times when we see an incomplete pass, we just look at the receiver and say, should have caught that one. That was a drop, and we just put it on the offense. How about a little credit for the defense there? They just forced an incompletion.
Yeah, especially after starting in a tough spot defensively, but a good start there on first down.
That gave them a little extra confidence there, starting, as you said, in a tough spot and being able to make a play on first down.
Unable to connect on the first down pass play. Now it's second down. They come out with one back and 3 tight ends. Now Rivers. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up third down. But not to get too overcritical there because he knows what he's doing, but his shoulders looked a little off kilter there when he threw that.
I don't think you're being overly critical there. You're just analyzing it, and he gets those shoulders right. That pass will go from incomplete to complete.
So on third and goal, Gordon. And he's in across the chalk. Touchdown, San Diego. Melvin Gordon, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Chargers are going to take the lead. Able to punch it in on third down makes it easier for those guys on the sideline. They didn't have a fourth down decision to make.
Yeah, could you feel the exhale? Because they were already thinking ahead, as all the good coaching staffs do. Anticipating, will we have to make the call? They already had it lined up, never even got to it.
And they will take a 7-point lead now. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Here's the Chargers defense as they get ready to go again. And dare I say, luck was on their side last drive. The short field goal was missed, so they went unscathed.
Yeah, I'm with you on that one. I think you nailed it perfectly. Fortunate, because he's not supposed to miss from that distance. No way at all. But the flip side now, though, is he did. And you know there's been a little chatter about that along the way as they went off the field. They're going to try and stay in his head now and see if they can force him into more misses just like that.
They'll start on the ground with Gore. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Second down following the run. Another carry now for Gore. And he is going to lose yardage here. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 3rd and 10 now. And the offense there, the O-line, everybody really on offense, they were just manhandled at the point of attack.
Yeah, you could pretty much call them all out, couldn't you? And almost by name, right? That was a very tough sequence for the offensive line. But how about that defensive front creating a new line of scrimmage and creating a lost yardage possibility?
Throwing on 3rd down, Luck. He's got time in the pocket. Allen has it, left side. Give him 6 on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down.
The offense didn't pick up the first down there, but they're not going to go to the bench discouraged. They feel like they're starting to set the defense up a little bit, looking for the big play as this game progresses.
Here's Pat McAfee now, as he's on to punt for Indianapolis. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Chargers offense now back out onto the field. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. Rivers on first down. Got a man over the middle. It's Williams. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. Call it a pickup of 7, and that'll make it second down. Another pistol look here. Another tote for Gordon. He's been busy this afternoon. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26.
The evaluation process in today's NFL does not take into account as much bulk as it does speed. And that's what we're seeing with the linebacker position. Those guys that can run, they can play in any spot because they can make plays on the opposite side of the line of scrimmage.
Third down and 4. From the shotgun, it's Rivers. Finding time. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Kendall Langford coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it'll be 4th down. Boy, he came in off the edge so quickly there.
Look out, because that's exactly what it was being shouted by the offensive lineman to his quarterback because he had no chance to block him.
Here's Drew Kaiser now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. This is taken at the 23. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Luck on first down. Drops it underneath to Gore. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. That one good for 10 yards. And it'll be second and very short. Three quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Indianapolis. It's the Colts, so they've got the football, but they've got work to do, trailing here as we begin the 4th quarter. Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground. Now on second down, this is Gore. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. They'll say no gain on the play, so it was looking good, but nothing there, and now it's 3rd down and inches.
And when you don't pick up the necessary yardage in that situation, sometimes it starts to put a little doubt in the play caller's mind about what he's going to run on the next play. Because most of them, they thought they were going to pick it up right then and there. Now they've got to adjust what they're doing, adjust what they're thinking, and maybe they go away from what they originally thought.
They'll try and pick up the first with Gore. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45.
Now that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork, and add in a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up first downs.
And the offense lining up 1st and 10. One receiver left is Hilton. Now a first down throw, Luck. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it'll be 2nd down.
I'm going to show my age here a little bit. We used to talk about running backs catching the ball as safety valves. Nowadays, they're a big part of the passing offense.
Quit acting like you're so old. You're only 65. Gore back there is the lone setback. And he'll get it up the middle. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
So we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. A lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
So they pick up the first down after the run, and now they approach for the fresh set. Now a play fake here on first down. That is caught at the 7. And he's going to be out of bounds down inside the 5 at the 4. After that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. A shotgun snap for Locke. And he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. Their dangerous wide receiver. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Colts are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Well, that's about as quick of a passing touchdown as you'll ever see right there.
Everyone has a section in their playbook called the quick game. That was a super quick game. Out of the hands of the thrower, bam, right to the receiver, successfully for a touchdown.
How in-depth is that quick game part of the playbook?
It's pretty in-depth because people want the ball in the hands of the quarterback into the playmaker's hands downfield as fast as possible. There are a lot of plays, a lot of options involved with that.
So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this 4th quarter. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. And now San Diego getting set to go. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
They'll start the drive with a run by Gordon. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. And they still need 8 yards for the first here on 2nd down. They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. Rivers now on 2nd down. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Really nice play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball, but for the guys on the offensive line, they're doing a nice job of trying to protect their passer. But when a guy hops in the air and goes airborne to try and knock one away, it's difficult because you can't reach out and grab him. That'll be a holding penalty. So all you're trying to do is make some type of a play on him, make some type of contact to try and get his arms out of the sky.
Rivers surveying the field. Great protection. And that is incomplete. He was looking for Antonio Gates that time. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. Good job by the O-line. Quarterback had time to go through his checks. That's one you need to take advantage of.
A perfect situation, and they're unable to take advantage of it. When you have that much time to scan the field, you have to find an open receiver.
And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Well, that'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Frank Gore and company trotting back out there as they get set to go again on offense. And we have seen a decline in the numbers. Where does the fault lie? Just him? Maybe the guys up front? Combination?
Well, as you and I both know, it's almost always a collective deal. But in this case, I think maybe the offensive line got a little overconfident. They had blocked so well in the first half, picked up on what the defense was doing. I think we've seen an adjustment now that they have not picked up on, and now they're being a little bit overwhelmed.
Luck gives to his running back, Gore. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
When the defensive line controls the offensive front the way we just saw there, it doesn't allow any of the offensive linemen to leak downfield and get to the linebackers and block them on the 2nd level. You end up with the type of play we just saw. Linebackers didn't have to fight anyone off. Didn't have to knock anyone to the side. Didn't have to elude anyone trying to block them. They just saw the play, ran to the ball, and finished things off.
They'll stick to the ground game with Gore. And he'll take this one up to about the 23. He gets them a little over half of what they needed. Now they're looking at a 3rd and 5.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Five yards to gain here on 3rd down. From the gun on 3rd down, Luck. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's brought down after a good game. A gain of 26 on the 3rd down conversion.
It's a nice job hitting him on the angle route there. Come out the backfield, cutting sharply across the middle. And that's good timing between the quarterback and his receiver.
Effective 3rd down play to move the chains. First down and 10 now for the offensive group. One receiver left is Hilton. From the 50, it's Luck. Over the middle, Dorsett. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. Give him 3 on the play, and that'll make it a 2nd down. Decent chunk of yardage still left here. 2nd and 7. On 2nd down, here's Locke. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. A big play there for Indy. 44 yards. And now a 1st down following that long gain. On 1st and goal, Gore. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
They come out here in the eye. 2nd down, goal to go from the 6. Another try on 2nd down for Gore. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal.
I have to laugh a little bit because he actually handed it off. I thought with the 2 touchdown passes he's thrown in this one already, he'd go ahead and fling and try and get a 3rd one.
Yeah, now from this spot on 3rd down, I think he'd probably throw it here.
Yeah, I don't think there's any question about it. They won't even send in a running play here, I don't believe. I think they go ahead and try and throw it for a touchdown.
Now Luck on 3rd and goal. And this is complete. It's Allen. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line.
All right, field goal gets you the lead here. I mean, but I might want to just go ahead and go for something big.
Oh, come on, you got to kick it.
I mean, you got to be glad I'm not the head coach here, right? The whole team would want to revolt at this point.
So here comes the trusty, battle-tested Adam Vinatieri for a big kick. This to break our 4th quarter tie. And Vinatieri's kick is good. And that will break our tie and give them a 3-point lead. So the drive here ends with a field goal, and that does give them the lead, but this one is still a long ways from over.
And you love to be able to look up at the scoreboard and see that you're out in front, but then you take one look across the field and see that offense is raring to come back out, and you think, I don't know that field goals are going to be enough to get us home.
Here's the punter, McAfee, to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. And now San Diego getting set to go. On 1st and 10, Rivers. And it's caught by the new pickup from Cleveland. It's Travis Benjamin. They'll get 19 yards there. And the Chargers are going to have a first down. Fresh set of downs here. One man in the backfield is Gordon. First down, Rivers. He's got time. Now he's going to go deep down the left side. So they took a shot on first down but couldn't connect. That was close to a big play. It's just a little bit too far that he was led. He caught it but couldn't stay in bounds, Charles.
Yeah, I'm not very good at these sort of things, but I have to believe the farther you are downfield, the less your margin for error in throwing the ball, correct?
Yep.
Yeah, so they gave it a good effort there. Really tried, just couldn't complete it.
Throwing again, Rivers on 2nd and 10. Griff Whalen, the intended receiver. And that's going to make it 3rd down and 10. Third down here for the offense after the incomplete pass. Again, it's Rivers. He's got time in the pocket. And underneath here to McCluster. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down. Here's Drew Kaiser now, as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. You put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him in contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that.
Toe bashed it.
Super toe.
On first down, Luck. Over the middle here, it's Hilton. They'll give him 8 on the play, and it's a 2nd down. So this brings up a 2nd and 2. Play fake to Gore. It's Locke. Caught left side by Hilton. 20, 10, touchdown Indianapolis. T.Y. Hilton, 72 yards. And the Colts add on to their lead. And that time he came out of the slot for that big play downfield for the score.
I think what we just saw there, partner, is what we call scheming a guy open. Put him in the slot, know that he has tremendous speed. What you're doing with your other receivers is likely running shorter routes to draw the attention closer to the line of scrimmage, to give him a chance to get downfield and turn it into a one-on-one route, often against the safety. You like your odds when he's running against the safety. His speed usually wins, and it did on that play.
And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Pat McAfee to kick. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. So out come the Chargers. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore.
Now a hit, and Rivers lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from it. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
So the offense avoids disaster, keeps possession. Now it's second down. Working out of the gun, Rivers. Benjamin with it over the middle. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. Give him 14 on the play. And that'll bring up a third down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Still in search of the first down after that last completion. On third down, Rivers finding time. Now he'll let it go deep over the middle. And got his man complete. And he's brought down after a good game. And in a two-score game, obviously, every play, every third down, like we saw there, magnified, big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to third down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, Rivers. Right side catch. This is Gates. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and that'll bring up second down. So they complete the pass, and now they face a second down. To the air again here, Rivers. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up third.
Got to give some credit. They're able to hop up in the air and bat that one away. And that's frustrating for an offensive lineman because the only recourse is when he goes in the air to try and get some type of a pop or a shove, hoping to bring his arms down.
If they want a first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on third down. Again, it's Rivers. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. 5 yards on the pickup, and it'll be 4th down.
And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end, a guy that you can line up anywhere, in the slot, out wide, in tight, doesn't really matter because he has such great skills. You want to utilize him in all aspects of your passing offense.
And there he was in the slot for the catch. And his kick is good. Oh, he just did tuck it into the bottom of that left corner. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. All right, so you needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal then maybe not exactly what they wanted, but it's a necessary first step.
Still plenty of time remaining, but you could really use a stop defensively after the kickoff, preferably a 3-and-out.
Now after the made field goal, back out Lambeau to kick this one off. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The Chargers defense now getting set and taking the field. Their secondary, their whole defensive unit really struggling. They've given up 3 touchdown passes. That last drive was dominant through the air against them.
They found something that was working for them on offense, and they just kept going to it, just kept throwing the football. So that means an entire overhaul on the defensive side. They need more pressure on the quarterback and obviously need tighter coverage on the receivers.
See if they can get that tighter coverage. And it looks like this will be the last play before the 2-minute warning. Gore back there is the lone setback. And he'll get it up the middle. And he will be stopped here for no gain, and then it's going to take us to the 2-minute warning. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Again, they run. Again, it's Gore. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now. The defense, they got a little bit of a breather. Now they're back and set as we resume play. It's Gore. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. And now the Chargers are going to signal for another timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. All right, so the timeout over and all 11 men back out onto the field for the defense. So here we go, 1st and 10 now.
Tight end's right. Watch tight. Tight end's right. Check 43.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to get this one all the way up to about the 46-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. And now following that timeout, the defense back out onto the field. They come up in an offset eye. Here's Gore. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2.
And that run was memorable for only one reason. There's absolutely no place to run with the football. No gaps, no creases, no gain. On 3rd down, they'll run with Gore. And he will have the
first down as he's brought down up near midfield.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy, let him pick up the first down.
So luck down to a knee, and that ought to be the final act of this ball game. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. The Colts are winners as we say so long from Indianapolis.